That thought makes you come a little. So like, what? The Star Wars series becoming Taken 4? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. You see, I have a particular set of force skills that make me a nightmare for someone like you. So if you let the Padawan go now, that'll be the end of that. But if you don't, I will find you, and I will kill you. It feels like Liam Neeson's Taken is more of a Sith Lord. Don't you feel that feels like a bit too dark side? Don't you think? Feels like a Jedi who is quickly falling from grace by falling into anger and vengeance. So, like, Taken 4, the Jedi Chronicles, Star Wars. Can you imagine? Da 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 da. I don't know what you are, who you are. I don't know what you want. I would have taken three more Takens in Star Wars universe over the new movies. Oh, you mean like if Disney signed Liam Neeson to do the Star Wars films? I don't think Disney would ever sign Liam Neeson. He's not kid friendly. He's like dark and gritty and it just wouldn't fit the Disney brand. I don't know who in the Disney universe is that remotely dark and gritty. Has Disney ever been that dark and gritty? Like gritty to the level of Liam Neeson? Just to see Star Wars with films with Liam Neeson, yes. But it'd be like, I don't know, man. See, like, I'm gonna say something so controversial yet so brave. Like all the movies that I've seen Liam Neeson in, it's always been like a father figure who is disgruntled. And now, I don't think that's enough to justify a trilogy, because that's exactly what the Taken series is, right? It's not enough. You need to spread out that vengeance over the course of like 3 movies. How I would plan like a Star Wars trilogy starting Liam Neeson, we would take the concept of Qui-Gon, right? Let's presume that Qui-Gon doesn't die. Let's try rewriting this. So I think a trilogy is like there's a start, beginning, and end. And so we'll start from the end, and I think Qui-Gon saves a Padawan, right? That's the father figure, the whole Taken shtick, right? But once he saves someone, you're done. That's the end of the story. So you need to spread this out. You need to stretch this over three movies. So the saving of the Padawan would happen at the end. The kidnapping would happen at the beginning. And I think the middle, either you do this in the middle or like the first movie, depending on how pacing goes. But I think the middle movie would be like where Qui-Gon, he would convert to the dark side in the middle movie somehow. Well, like that's its own story, like the fall from grace. So the second movie would be the fall from grace. The first would be all about the kidnapping. Maybe the kidnapping doesn't happen like right at the start. Maybe it happens sort of like throughout the middle. So Qui-Gon's taking Ben Kenobi. I don't know. He doesn't have to become Ben Kenobi, but Qui-Gon is taking like a Padawan who's rescued in the third movie. You would have the kidnapping like happen halfway through the movie when they're like trying to do a different mission. So they go on a Jedi mission, and that's its own story. And Obi-Wan Kenobi like gets kidnapped maybe towards the end of the movie, or in the middle of the movie, or the end. It has to be an unresolved thing. So Qui-Gon, like, being a Jedi, he's like still good. So maybe the mission is all about saving an entire city from certain destruction or something. Qui-Gon has to choose between saving Ben Kenobi or like saving everybody, right, in that movie. He has to make that choice, and because like he's sort of like Jedi, he's kind of obligated to save you know, everyone else who isn't Ben Kenobi, and then like Ben Kenobi, like you do this like cinematic thing where you think Ben Kenobi dies, but then Ben Kenobi is just sort of like beaten up and captured. So that's how I'd do the first movie, and then the second movie is all about like after that mission is completed, Qui-Gon's like depressed that he didn't save Kenobi, so he's like broken and sad, and Yoda's just like, oh, sadness leads to anger and all that stuff. And then like Qui-Gon is just like, you don't know how I feel, because he's like a Jedi Master. Like he has like he gets insider information from another Jedi Council member to suggest that Kenobi is alive, and then but because he's like a Jedi Master, he has to choose between like, you know, going off on this personal vendetta mission instead of like being obligated to, you know, serve the Republic and his duties as in the Jedi Order. So he has to make another choice again, whether, you know, he's gonna go, maybe like this could be set in the Clone Wars. So, you know, the first movie was like a mission that had to be done in the Clone Wars, and then like the war is raging on in the second movie, and then like Qui-Gon has a choice to, you know, like undertake this mission that might end the war, or he's gonna, you know, succumb to vengeance and save Kenobi. And so like maybe at that point he figures out that, you know, the Jedi Council are, you know, as wise as they are, like maybe he interprets that as not looking out for his best interest and saving one of their own. And so like at that point it's where, you know, Qui-Gon decides to rebel, right? Qui-Gon decides to rebel against the Jedi Order, and then in his rage he storms out of the Jedi Council, and he does the whole Jedi slaughtering thing. So he doesn't slaughter children, but like he becomes like, as they're discussing this in the Jedi Council, like Liam Neeson, who is like super mad, heated argument, decides to storm out, and then, you know, the Jedi Council is like, no, Liam Neeson, you can't storm out, you can't forget your duties. And then like they attempt to arrest him because, you know, they sense the rising dark side, and then that's where he snaps and he like fights off. He just wants to get out of there. He wants to get out of the Jedi Temple, so he's just slaughtering, like, not slaughtering, but, you know, he's just owning a whole bunch of Jedi. You know, maybe he kills some, maybe he doesn't, and then, you know, probably like loses, like probably like has a one-on-one with Mace Windu or Yoda, and so he's not strong enough, obviously, because those characters are like uber OP, but he escapes, and then he's like fallen from grace, and now he's sort of like a dark Jedi now. So that's how I would do the second movie, and then the third movie is all about we gotta pad out the second movie somehow, so maybe like I don't know. Maybe the second movie is like, well, because it's the Clone Wars, he had a chance to save, you know, Kenobi on that on like Grievous's ship or something, but he wasn't able to because he was forced once again to think of the greater good and obey orders from the Jedi Council. And then so the whole climax of that movie would be Liam Neeson cutting down Jedi as he's snapped and he's made his decision to go save Kenobi by himself. And, you know, using that insider information from, he probably gets this information from someone in the Jedi Council who's very close to him and is looking out for Liam Neeson. But yeah, that's how I do the second movie. Climax, like, huge Jedi battle with Liam Neeson snapping and falling to the dark side and slaughtering Jedi as he just tries to he's just wanting to escape and break the bonds, the relationship he has between himself and the Jedi Council, so he can save Kenobi. And then the third movie would be basically Taken 1, where he's saving Kenobi. So that was like a whole tangent, but that's how I would rewrite Star Wars, the Taken, Star Wars, the Taken Star Wars. Liam, like, just turn into a revenge story. But you gotta like basically have the overarching story as, you know, stretch over 3 trilogies. I mean, like, the Clone Wars is sort of like just a backdrop to support the core story of father figure Liam Neeson loses his kid, gets his kid kidnapped, and then, you know, his duties as a Jedi conflict with that and prevent him from saving his, you know, the son he never had. And so he decides to break that relationship between himself and just so because it's holding him back, and then finally save the son he never had, which is Ben Kenobi, at any cost. And the cost was falling to the dark side and giving in to vengeance. Liam Neeson, like, I've watched a lot of Liam Neeson movies, and it's always like the grizzled dad who's protecting his family. Like, all of his movies are like that. And like, he's been typecast already because, you know, they're just trying to recreate Taken. So, but, you know, this is a cool spin on making what works. I think it could be reimagined as a Jedi story. It'd be like such a darker take on Qui-Gon's like journey though. So somehow we have to make that canon and make him rise back from, turn him good again. I don't know how we're going to do that, but well, Taken worked out in the end. Padme still died. Did it? Was Padme in Taken 2? That was a different actor, right? You're absolutely right, but I've had dirty issues. But I can't accept the fact, so I just love every Liam Neeson movie. I mean, like, Liam Neeson is a pretty cool dad. Be interesting to see, like, Liam Neeson still do action roles, but not typecasted as the grizzled dad, maybe.